This is A Monster Calls. It's out in cinemas on New Year's Day, so this is an exclusive first review. I mean, we saw it a few weeks ago.
We saw it for Screen Unseen.
We did.
Yes.
We're going to get to that. Do you want to say what it's about and then we'll play the clip?
So A Monster Calls is based on the book by Patrick Ness, and in the book and the film, there's a young boy called Connor, played by Lewis MacDougall. His mother's gravely ill with cancer, played by Felicity Jones. His grandmother, played by Sigourney, wants to take him over to his father, who's settled in America, thousands of miles away, and he finds an unlikely ally in the monster, who's conveniently a tree monster, played by Liam Neeson.
As you do.
Yeah, and in this clip, this is his first meeting with the monster, when the monster promises to tell him tales that will scare him, frighten him, and give him courage.
I have come to get you, Connor O'Malley. Why don't you run, Connor O'Malley? Why don't you run for your mother?
You leave her alone! I'm not afraid of you!
I will visit you again on further nights, Connor O'Malley, and I will shake your walls until you wake, and then I will tell you 3 stories.
You're going to tell me stories?
I am. I will tell you 3 stories, and when I finish my stories, you will tell me a 4th.
I don't know anything about stories.
You will tell me a 4th, and it will be the truth.
What are you talking about?
This truth that you hide, the truth you dream. You will tell me your nightmare.
No.
Yes, that will be your truth.
And if I don't?
He's got presence, hasn't he, as a tree?
Yeah.
It's sort of the role he was born to play.
I'm a tree.
Yeah, I am a tree.
He doesn't actually. He never actually says that in the film, does he? Just sort of. You can see from looking at him that he is indeed a tree.
I will find you.
I'm still gonna make Taken 4. You can tell I'm a decent
Mm.
actor, but I'm still gonna make Taken 4. Anyway, go on.
So A Monster Calls. I mean, the main sort of hook of the book is that, and the film is that it is the 3 stories that the monster promises to tell to the boy,
Connor.
to Connor, yeah. And in those 3 tales, he tells him different battles that the monster has fought, different ways that he's won victories over different people in the past over as many years. And then he promises that after he's told Connor these 3 stories, Connor himself will have to tell the monster a story. And these stories, they're so well animated, aren't they? Like the visual style is absolutely the number one trait that The Monster Calls has distinctively above all other films that are of its kind. It's got an amazing watercolour sense to it, where all of the battles are so wonderfully animated and like sort of come to life like a pop-up storybook in the cinema. And it's really nice to watch and just be drawn into these mini worlds within the world of the film that we're watching. And it gives the film that great sense of imagination that the character of Connor needs for reasons that we'll get to. Obviously, well, his mother's suffering from cancer, so he needs this escape. And the nature of the monster is very mysterious for a lot of the film, and we won't spoil it at all, obviously, because that would just ruin it completely.
Yes.
But the stories that the monster tells are so layered and complex in terms of their messages, because a lot of the stories and messages that sometimes it's not always as clear cut as people would like it to be. There aren't always defined good and defined evil, and I think that the messages are really important within this film.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, do you not think that it's some of the things that it's trying to say are really, really valuable, not just for kids, but for everyone who is watching this, because sometimes the moral evil and the moral good are sort of mixed.
Well, I think it's certainly wrong to dismiss it as a kids' film, as some people did when we saw it.
Yeah.
There's definitely messages there that will resonate. I mean, we saw it with an audience that had no children in it, with it being a sort of 15, I think was the rating for the actual screening. I'd be curious to see how children feel about it, because it has that fantasy element of the stories, which is very well animated.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, that's when I kind of drifted out of it. I was more invested in Connor, the actual story.
Yeah.
And I like Liam Neeson as a presence, but those stories didn't really capture me the way. And I get it. It's not I didn't get it. It's just like, I don't know. It didn't really click in with me for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think.
Before go on, continue. Before we get the film as a whole. A film like this is difficult to judge, because my sort of rating system in the past has been that if I've cried at a film, it must mean that it's done something like very good
or very bad.
I don't typically tend to cry when things are typically like
you cry inside. You cry inside.
My heart dies a little inside when I see things like Passengers. It's gonna get. It's because we've literally just seen it. We're recording them back to back.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a bit of a beating before the end of the show. If a film makes me cry, then it normally has done something very good. This made me cry more than anything I've ever seen. I think maybe the last time I cried this hard was when an actual member of family died. That's what this felt like. I don't know. Well, I do know why, because it is a very affecting film. But I came out of it and I thought, I feel like I've been a bit duped. I feel like I've just been sort of prodded with a stick, like, go on, cry, go on, cry. And I sort of, I don't know. That's how I felt. I feel a bit cheated by it. I don't think I loved it as much as I wanted to.
That's a shame.
It is a shame, but I don't know. I can't help but feel a little bit tricked by it, because to make me cry as much as I did,
I
don't know. I really don't know. It's an interesting film. It's a really interesting film, and I like it. Particularly the performance from Lewis MacDougall. I think he's really good, and Toby Kebbell as a human being who you don't want to punch.
Yeah, that's new.
He was actually good.
That's very new.
And as you said, Sigourney Weaver, strange accent, but she fits the role very well. And Felicity Jones in what she does is powerful. I just don't know. I don't know.
I think I loved it. It's a brutal film. Like, it's for it's meant to be a sort of a children's fantasy. It's
this will destroy some children.
This is not. I mean, if you're not, be warned, parents. Like, if you take your, good God, like
maybe that's why, because I didn't really know what it was about particularly.
Yeah.
I'd seen that it was getting good reviews. I'd seen that it was the guy doing Jurassic World 2. I'm like, oh, I suppose.
It's wonderfully directed by Bayona, who did The Impossible as well, which is about the Thai tsunami. And it's really, really visually stunning. Like, I mean, like I said, the watercolors and the visual style of the battle sequences are wonderful. And I think the performance by Liam Neeson as the monster is just wonderfully terrific, and he can interact with Connor in a really great way. But I think for this film, it's that contrast between the really dark, mature themes with those like wonderfully fantastical elements, and that's all sidetracked with the battle which Connor has between the battle at home and the battles that the monster is telling him. You know, this fantastical battle with the monster in his head that he is trying. Like, obviously, the monster is the present physical threat he's trying to face off with, but he's got the monster of Sigourney Weaver trying to take him across to America with his dad. And I think it's a wonderfully balanced and a really, really, really grown up film. Like, I was not expecting to love it as much as I'd have. But
I think I was really quite disturbed by the scenes of bullying in the film. I think that really, really touched a nerve. I mean, personally, as somebody who wasn't bullied, but like watching how cruel it is in this film is particularly heartbreaking. I think that could contribute as to why I felt so bad for Connor. Because we're quite similar in size, really. He's just a small lad as well. He's like sort of one of the smaller in his class. I was quite small. I still am quite small, but maybe that's why I just feel sorry for his height. It's not a bad thing. Loads of great people are small.
All the things and
small people lives matter.
His height.
Yeah, it's all fine.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably be curious to see it again, but equally I'm not. I mean, I don't have time really. I probably won't get a chance to see it again. But
the last 20 minutes just wrap up so beautifully. I've got no shot. I cried like a baby. Like, it was God, it was emotionally taxing. It was bad.
I'd been with my mum all day and had a really nice day, and then for that to happen, I think it came at a bad time. I think it came at a really bad time. I think afterwards you'll want to call your mum and tell her you love her.
I think it's quite important for some families in that respect. You know, it's a big thing, this film. I think it deserves to make a big impact. I think it's so wonderfully balanced between that fantastical storyline and the real, the down to earth sort of family drama. I think it's got real strength in a lot of different areas. It bodes well for JB on his next project, which is, you know, just slightly more upscaled in Jurassic World 2.
Just slightly bigger risk.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see
you can't pull the same tricks
Chris
with
Pratt
this,
talking with raptors literally this time.
What if Liam Neeson's in it as the tree?
As a raptor.
Like that
or as a tree raptor.
Maybe he's the talking raptor. Maybe we've already reached Jurassic Park 3.
We've reached peak cinema now. Peak filmmaking. Oh God, Alan. Oh God. Alan. Oh no, it's happening again.
But in Liam Neeson's voice, Alan. I think the best thing that happens in this film is imagining Liam Neeson in the green suit with the ping pong balls.
Oh yeah, I didn't realise he was performance capture until afterwards.
Yeah.
I knew it was the voice, but wow.
Joe, are you not bothered about this?
Nope.
There you go. So
yeah, as soon as you found out it might have been this, you would have switched off, weren't you?
well, there was always a shout it could have been La La Land.
Yeah.
It wasn't. The way it goes on.
I think you'd enjoy this. I think you enjoy this a lot.
Yeah, I mean, don't get us wrong. Like, it sounds like I didn't like it, but I did. It's just, I don't know.
You weren't happy with how it
Not quite the 5-star thing. I think more of a 4-star thing.
Fair enough.
But I mean, I think it'll always stick with us just for how much it made us cry. Like I'm still haunted by that. Like it's gonna live with us. Just how bad that was.
But
anyway, A Monster Calls. It's in cinemas from the New Year's Day, so a couple of days time.
Yeah.
But we saw it early with the virtue of being
Get it seen.
famous.